mother!
Wouldn't advise going inside. Not with your reputation for depravity and general aversion to the law. In all seriousness, your countenance is quite discernible, and there are certain of my associates who would take it upon themselves to exercise their right to lethal force were they to encounter you in person. But it's good to cross paths with you again, my friend. After head of security at the Diamond, this isn't exactly what I had in mind, but it's still a long way from a mall cop, right? Let's take a walk. Relax. I'm a cop, but I'm not a cop. This is just where the universe put me right now. I mean, I have my path and you have yours. And quite frankly, I don't give a damn about your antics out there. In fact, we may be able to assist each other. I mean, check this out. You see that misguided individual? How do you think he's gotten away with selling drugs in front of that burger shop very conspicuously for 10 years now? In front of the largest department in the city. He cuts them in.
Effenberger, you copy? Yo, Effenberger.
I copy.
Worst last name ever, dude. I mean, effing what? Anyway, when you got 5, we all need some effing coffee down here on Dick's. And don't forget the effing cream and sugar.
Copy that. Oh, these motherfuckers. Huh? I'm out here getting coffee for cops on the take. And that guy over there is only the modicum of the issue. There's a new cartel running a large-scale cocaine operation out of the Cluckin Bell factory in Paleto Bay. And be in no doubt, the cops, they're not only turning a blind eye, they're actively facilitating. If you ask me, the cartel and the cops can both go to hell, preferably on the back of the same bullet. I'm talking about a surgical strike, man. Taking out the whole operation. That's why I came to you. Let's go somewhere a bit more unfrequented. I understand your motivation in these matters. If you raid that factory, anything you find is yours to keep. This isn't about the drugs for me. This is about these assholes running the biggest protection racket in the state. That's the kind of status quo I cannot abide. As far as my part, I can provide all the intel you need. Records, names, locations. We will need to educate ourselves on the factory, though. Gather materials so you can attack it with style and aptitude.
Ding f***ing dong, Officer Effenberger. We're effing falling asleep over here. Get us some effing coffee.
Copy that. I'm on my way. Think about it. If anybody deserves to be f***ed with, it's these guys. Can I count you in? Excellent. Now on to the first order of business. Acquire some funds. And fortuitously, we have files on some money laundering operations not far from here. The department allows them to operate for a share of the profits. I suggest we take a more proactive stance. Time to do what you do. I'll call you. Let me take these fucking assholes their coffee. Hey, you read me? Location should be coming through. Money launderers on LSPD files with cash to appropriate. I invite you to consider this as a double investment opportunity. A chance to raise the funds we need to go toe-to-toe with the cartel cop coalition. And as a bonus, you get to disrupt some of your more unsavory competitors. Not to mention, you'll land yourself a handsome reward when this is all over. I hope life's treated you well since we last worked together. I say that because you have an indeterminate expression I find hard to read. I can't tell if you're elated or dejected. I respect that. It's very enigmatic of you. Seems like you got him shaking. Be careful. Okay, pure simplicity. Get inside, get the money, get out. allow me to explain some of the background to our endeavor. A few months ago, when the cartel arrived at San Andreas, they came up with a pretty smart plan to get their operation up and running. Pay key employees at Cluckin to look the other way while they use their distribution network to move large amounts of cocaine. The factory up in Palito Bay is pretty much a giant processing facility for the cartel. Every other Cluckin van you see in town has a brick of coke under the mega moves. And of course, corrupt elements of the LSPD were only too eager to get cut in. Ingenious, right? But they think they got this whole thing sewn up. And that's where we come in. That was some admirable work, officer. Now we're ready. Checklist for today's operation. Number 1, a laptop from a Cluckin employee on the cartel's payroll. It's got critical intel for our operation. Number 2, a hacking device which is going to help us pilot a train. And that brings me to number 3. We need a train. That's how we're getting into the factory. By the way, don't worry. We may share a goal, but I'm fully aware we do not share a motivation. I've made sure sufficient funds are allocated to recompense you for your efforts today. Okay, let's get the guy with the laptop. This is a critical piece of intel. The cartel have paid off multiple Cluckin employees to look the other way while they use their business as a cover for the manufacture and distribution of cocaine. This laptop's gonna give us a window into their schedules. I just sent you a CCTV image of the guy. You got a choice. Steal the laptop behind his back, or incapacitate him first. I'll leave it to you. That's him. Can you locate the laptop? The information on that laptop is invaluable. It's gonna tell us the perfect time to strike. Alright, let's get ourselves a hacking device. If we're gonna do this, there's a lot of computer systems we're gonna need to override along the way. And this is our ticket. Now fair warning, the guy who owns this is a pretty serious criminal element. Major hacker. The LSPD won't touch him, but we will. He operates out of a terabyte command truck. I'm sending you a picture of it now. My advice to you is, locate his drones. They're tethered to his security. Take them down before you proceed. I guess an inconspicuous locale is a necessity when you're in possession of your very own military-industrial complex on wheels. device? Good. Now you should have no issue requisitioning a train. Or anything else for that matter. Okay, with those two items taken care of, let's move on to the big one. The cartel occasionally takes train deliveries at the factory. We're gonna steal one of the trains they use and roll in right under their noses. But first things first, we're gonna need a set of keys if we're gonna board it unimpeded. Alright, now the keys gotta be in someone's pocket. Remember, these guys are serious. They will not hesitate to shoot on sight. Take whatever steps you deem necessary.
Nowhere to escape now.
keys. The train should be at your disposal. I don't suppose you're familiar with the schematics of the train signal network? No? Then just follow the instructions on the hacking device to change the signals as you approach them. You need to keep that train moving at all costs. If you miss your shot, the emergency brakes will kick in and you'll be sitting ducks. Sending you the target coordinates now. I'm sending you surveillance images of the gangs we're hitting. Get a good look. As I'm sure you know, our operation requires weapons and gear that can't be traced back to us. The good news is that this city is crawling with gangs carrying that kind of contraband. Half of them in cahoots with this very police department. So today we're gonna confiscate one cache of weapons and one stash of gear. If any of it ends up getting traced after our raid, it'll lead to these reprobates instead of us. I've sent you the coordinates of some appropriate targets. You don't need to hit them all. My advice is to investigate your options. Determine which gang is gonna have a loadout that suits your preferences, and prioritize accordingly. As I was saying earlier, we need weapons and we need equipment. That's armor and masks. We don't want anyone at the Cluckin factory catching a glimpse of your memorable face. As I was saying earlier, we need weapons and we need equipment. That's armor and masks. We don't want anyone at the Cluckin factory catching a glimpse of your memorable face. Groups filed several times over. Seems they run a tight operation, not to be underestimated. We're not talking military levels of security, but they're no petty criminals either. So watch your six, and don't get sloppy or they'll have the upper hand. The element of surprise was your friend. Get ready to do it the hard way. Do not underestimate how much you have fucked their shit up. They'll be right behind you. These targets should have an ample supply of weapons and gear.
Get that man down!
There should be both weapons and gear at these locations. Well done. Take everything you've procured to the lockup. Just to be clear, we need at least one set of equipment, but you don't have to stop there. If you want to pay each target a visit, be my guest. Whatever you grab, we'll make sure it's available when we hit the factory. These weapons and gear can never be traced to us. Just what you need to go up against an adversary with the LSPD in their pocket. We'll need a getaway vehicle with a similar properties. That's for another day. Weapons, check. Gear, check. If you want more options, feel free to take them. When you're ready, just send me a message confirming the equipment you want to use. Got it. I'll keep the other options on standby. You have yet to disappoint. Okay, possible getaway vehicles at these 3 locations. I'm sure you have plenty of vehicles capable of getting you out of Cluckin with all your extremities intact, but we need something that can't be traced to us. I've acquired 3 suitable options for a getaway car. All of them are sourced from local gangs bribing the LSPD to turn a blind eye to their activities. If the car ends up getting traced, the trail leads back to them, not us. We'll only need to use one of them for the raid. The choice, as always, is yours. I wouldn't underestimate this group's defensive measures, as their vehicle is pretty respectable, and you've already riled them up. You got eyes on the vehicle yet? They probably have it in a secure location. Do whatever you need to do to get it out.
Fall back!
Back to our old friends, I see? They must love you by now.
You're wide open! They hit him! Run him down! Get him cover! Get a man down! Keep red moron! Man down! Get behind something! Come on! Mendoza's hit! Mendoza's been fucking hit! We got a man down! I need a medic!
I've secured a garage near the factory where we can safely keep the car until the raid. Excellent choice. We're not in any rush out there, so feel free to pay the other gangs a visit and evaluate their cars too. You will be appropriately compensated for any extra vehicles you bring back. When you're ready to confirm your choice of vehicle, send me a message. This car should provide all the means necessary for a perfect escape. Keep your head down on your way out. I'll give you a call soon. Time to hit up the Cluckin outlet on Innocence Boulevard. I'll brief you on the way. Alright, the time has come to throw the cartel supply lines into disarray. We need them in a state of chaos, so when our unscheduled train delivery arrives at the factory, they just wave you through. So our primary objective is to locate their depot and sabotage their fleet of delivery trucks. Our secondary objective is to find a key card that'll allow us access to the factory's restricted areas. Oh, and keep an eye out for a driver uniform. That can come in handy for getting into the depot to hit the trucks. Okay, remember that laptop you got me? I found a schedule on it that says Watch yourself. Damn, data's incomplete. If we hack additional vans, we can patch the information. If you see a uniform, take it. Might as well buy some time by playing the part. Plus, it's a rare chance to express your theatrical side. We've got the location. Don't worry about the van's drivers warning their collaboration is at the garage. They won't suspect this is part of a coordinated attack. They'll just assume it's another day in Los Santos. If you're in that uniform, remember it'll only get you so far. Can't hide that distinctive face of yours. At some point, they'll call you out. Sabotage the trucks, find the key card, wipe the CCTV, and get out. That way, the cartel won't see you coming. Now, you can blow up the trucks and do this the old-fashioned way, but the cartel will find out, and trust me, they'll be waiting for you when we hit the factory. I recommend you keep your head down. You know, there's gotta be areas that are strictly off-limits to drivers. The cartel won't want anyone seeing something they shouldn't.
You don't... Ah!
You found the key card yet?
Hey, I'm fucking real.
Alright, with the key card, the factory's gonna be easy to infiltrate. Have you wiped the CCTV? It's the only way to cover your tracks now.
You're... Ah!
CCTV's wiped. As far as the cartel know, you were never here. Okay, head out when you're ready. Okay, since they don't know you're coming, check this out for some advanced strategy. We're gonna need Cluckin bell crates big enough for you to hide inside. Yeah, that's right. We're gonna Trojan horse this factory. Look for something we can use. Seize it and bring it back. I don't know where we'd be without this lockup. Thank you, FIB, for being so preoccupied it fell off the books. And thank you for occupying them with your other projects. No stopping us now. It's my pleasure to inform you that we have officially completed all necessary preparations to move forward with the Cluckin Bell operation at your earliest convenience. Let's make this happen. How you doing in that box? Under the circumstances, your customary silence is a little concerning. Should I have added air holes? Cluck twice if you're in trouble. Okay, good. Now remember, when you burst out of that crate, you'll be in the heart of that operation. How you choose to use the element of surprise is up to you. This is it. Good luck. You have 2 targets once you're inside. The cocaine and any contraband they keep in the safe. By all means, obtain as much of both as you can carry. Don't forget the extra gear your crew procured. Feel free to experiment. It should be in a dumpster to the rear of the factory. You see, it pays to befriend your local garbage man. You acquired should grant you access to restricted areas in the factory, including the basement. Once you get into the storage area, fill your pockets.
Yeah, fucking keep it real.
It's clear this place is barely functioning as a chicken factory. One would assume they'd have more Cluckin Bell staff to keep up appearances, but I underestimated just how bold criminals can be once they have in their pocket.
Hey, I'm fucking real. Oh.
Don't forget to vacate the contents of the safe too. We need to get the safe codes off their computer system, so you're gonna need to access the office. There should be a key, but if you're prepared for a fight, then by all means, shoot that handle. Establish a connection to the computer first. Okay, to retrieve the safe code from the computer, you'll need to secure multiple signals for the hacking device. Lucky for you, I read the instructions. It should turn blue when you're pointed towards one of the right spots. Red, the opposite. Just go straight and you'll catch a connection. Then find the next one. You hacked one of the computers? Then find the other connections and retrieve the rest of the code. Okay, that should have done it. Have you received the safe code? Check the hacking device for the code to the safe. All clear. Nice work. Okay, I'm listening to the radio, and it sounds like that safe triggered some alarm. They're shutting down most of the roads leading away from the factory. Fortunately, we're one step ahead of them. The getaway car should be right where you left it. The fastest means of escape is still a getaway vehicle that you stashed in the garage. On the wheel, follow traffic laws, and don't let anyone follow you. I must say, I was optimistic about the operation, but I never imagined it would run so smoothly. We raided the entire drug factory without raising any eyebrows, the cops or cartels. I'm starting to think I picked the wrong career. And look at you cleaning up this town. Halfway to being an employee of the LSPD, huh? If you pocketed some of that cocaine for yourself, you'd practically be a ranked officer. My stomach's growling. It's most assuredly the daughter of 2 number 9s.
I'll have 2 number 9s.
That delicious deep-fried meat paste makes me weak. Wondering what I intend to do with the illegal narcotics you've so adroitly seized, I've made arrangements with the representative of a local businessman to take them off your hands and pay you well. See you shortly.
Excellent work. Mission accomplished. Now to the vital matter of payment. As I'm sure you can appreciate, there are certain transactions I can't be party to as an officer of the law. But if I've learned anything from my consociates on the LSPD, it's how to look the other way. Now remember, as far as I'm concerned, you can hit that factory as often as you'd like. As long as you're giving me reasons to keep looking the other way, I'm happy. As you can see from my choice of transportation, my fortunes at the LSPD are also improving. Just got these babies in, fresh off the line. Guess who picked one up? Until next time, let's disassociate.
wanted to confirm that your compensation is in your account. And of course, to congratulate you again on a successful operation. Our efforts to derail the Cluckin Bell cartel's efforts were indeed effective, but it won't be long before they and their corrupt counterparts in the LSPD rebuild their little enterprise. Each and every time we knock them back down, I'll ensure it's worth your while. Effenberger out.